Today, me and my co-hosts are going to be talking about natural hair and my investing journey.
No, Charlie.
Just joking. I don't have a co-host. It's just me. Didn't mean to disappoint you. No, but I know it might seem kind of random. You're like, natural hair and investing. How is she going to do a video talking about those two topics? But if you know me in real life, you know that my conversations are really random already. So this video just fits my personality. Anyway. As you can see here, I tried a new style. I like it. Last August I did the big chop, or the BC, and that's when you chop off all your hair and you start over. Before I did the big chop, I had a perm in my hair. And you know when you were little and you have like your little childhood friends, you would go outside some days and like one of your friends would have like really short hair and you'd be like, hey, what happened to your hair? And she would always have like the same kind of story, like, well, there was damage in my hair, so my mom had to cut it. But before she cut it, my hair was like down to there. Like every little girl's hair used to be down to there before something happened and they had to cut it off. So back when I had my perm, before I cut it off, my hair was like down to there. And when I did the big chop, I was feeling like I had to explain to people, like random strangers, I'm just waiting for the train, and I'm like, hey, you know, I used to have hair. Like, I just decided to chop it off because I wanted to start over. I just did the big chop a few months ago. Like, I don't know why I felt like I had to explain myself as to why I didn't have that much hair on my head, but I don't know. So last August, I did the big chop, and I was afraid to go natural. You know, I didn't know what to expect. And before I went natural, I was looking on Pinterest for different TWA, or like tiny weeny wigs, and I didn't even know what that term was. I was just like little big chop afros, like I don't know. So I searched, and of course I'm pinning all the girls' hair that are like short and cute and got like the little spiral curls. Of course nothing like my hair pattern. So when I woke up one morning and I went to Supercuts, I just went to Supercuts to get it cut off. I didn't really tell anybody what I was doing. So of course my family was in a huge shock and they did not like it at all. Like, Candace, what are you doing? Like, what were you thinking? Anyway, after the stylist cut off all my hair, I wasn't ready. I didn't have any curl pattern. I'm like, wait, my hair looks nothing like the girls that I was pinning on Pinterest. Like, no, I'm not ready. Can we undo, Control Alt Delete, edit, undo, because I want to start over. Can we just get my hair off the ground and put it back on my head? But there was no turning back. Once the hair's gone, there was no turning back. And I cried like I lost my best friend. Like, I was bawling. And then my sister was like, Candace, I don't know why you're crying. Your hair's not going to grow back. So you might as well just stop crying and just embrace it. I didn't like my hair in the beginning. I don't know if it was just because I was just not used to having no hair. But I just didn't feel confident. I didn't feel attractive. I hated it. And but now I love it, so don't even feel bad for me. Like, now I've adjusted. I just realized that no matter what hair you have, you just have to embrace it and be confident in who you are, because you're still the same person regardless. So you're just gonna have to make it work. So now I love it. I feel beautiful, and I've grown that confidence. I figure out what products to work, what hairstyles to use. It's all been a learning process along the way. Yes, so I love it now. I'm happy, and I have edges. Yeah, y'all see that? It took a little while for the edges to grow back, but they're finally back and popping. Because, you know, when you don't have edges, like, that used to be like one of my top 5 prayers that I would pray for before going to bed every night. I'd be like, Lord, please bless me with edges. Let my edges grow back. Let me get a big butt. Let me have a flat stomach. Bless my family. And let me be able to live off my investments. Like, those are like my top 5 prayers. No, I'm joking. But edges were really important. So now that I have natural hair, they've been able to grow back because I haven't had the perm to like break them down. Probably I had glasses too that was really destroying them. And then when I was young, I used to wear glasses. And then like tight braids, and from the perms, with its perms, tight braids, and weaves do not mix together. Somehow my edges were like slowly deteriorating. So now I have them back and I am happy. So that's a huge plus. And I could also run in the rain. I went jogging the other day in the rain. I didn't have to worry about my hair getting wet and going into like hide mode and all that. So I am really happy and loving it. I was in the hair salon like 2 Fridays ago because I was getting a trim and I added more color. even though I feel like this is just my big chop number 2, because I feel like she kind of cut a lot off, but whatever, we're not going to talk about that today. And all the women in the salon were just looking at my hair, because of course everybody there had a perm, or like a weave with a perm, with the missing edges in this front, and they were like, what made you go natural? Why did you decide to go natural? And I always feel like I have the wrong response for people when they ask me why did I go natural. Usually you hear girls that go natural, they're like, oh, I went natural so that I can embrace and accept who God really made me to be, or I just wanted to be more free, or what's another response that they say? I just wanted to be more free, embrace who God made me to be, and I just wanted to be closer to my roots and just know who I really was as a person. No, that is not my response. I went natural because I feel like I had no choice. The perm was getting unbearable on my scalp. My hairdresser told me that my scalp was kind of rejecting the perm because it's too sensitive. And I know you might be thinking, well, what kind of perm are you using? You should use the extra super sensitive scalp that Mazzani has, or whatever other company has for super sensitive scalp. That didn't work. I tried every kind of perm that was out there. I used olive oil on my scalp, Vaseline, anything to base it. It was not working, and my scalp would always be on fire, burning. I'd have bad scars on my scalp, but it just wasn't worth it. I'd have to go to the hair salon. She'd have to do put the back of the perm in my hair, leave it on for 2 minutes, rinse it out, and then put the front of the perm in my hair, because I couldn't sit through the whole thing. So I was just like, this is not even worth it. So I dreaded getting perms. I started, instead of every 6 to 8 weeks, I was getting every 4 months, and I was trying to rate to every 5 months. I was like, let me just go natural and not get any perms at all. So that's my reason for why I had to go natural. And I was afraid because I didn't know what to expect. All my life, I've basically had a perm all my life, so I didn't know what to expect. But I learned that nobody knows how to do hair. Nobody is born knowing how to do their hair, just like nobody is born knowing how to invest. So with both the investing journey and my natural hair journey, I was afraid. With both journeys, I had to learn the different lingo, the different terms that were used. And with both journeys, I had to kind of change my mindset, because when you have natural hair, it is a different mindset, because you have to really just embrace who you are and just build confidence, especially in today's world where everybody has a weave and wigs. And I love weaves and wigs, because I sometimes even do my protective styles and I throw on my weaves and wigs, but there's some people that you never see their real hair at all. And so I just really had to embrace who I was, and just love who I am regardless of what kind of hairstyle I have. Whether I'm bald, whether I have braids, a perm, or wig, I'm going to be me, and I'm going to love who I am. And you should do the same thing too. But yeah, so with both the investing and the natural hair, there was a mindset shift, especially for the investing, because I didn't know where to even get started. I read a lot of different finance books, and a lot of the books were telling me that I needed to start investing, but no book was really breaking down the basic steps. And that's why I decided to write my book, which I'm working on part 2, so bear with me. It's going to be part 2 of the book, even bigger and better. But yeah, I didn't know where to start until I found out one of my cousins, he was investing, so he kind of took me under his wing. He was the only person that really told me about the step-by-steps. So, okay, this is what you gotta look for in a stock, this is how you open the account, this is what you gotta do. Everybody else was kind of the secret society where nobody was really talking about their money or how to invest, even if they were investing. I don't know why it was such a taboo topic. Nobody, it was secret, top secret, nobody wanted to share their knowledge with you as if you were taking away from their money. I don't know, it was weird. But thankfully that he was able to help me. But my whole life, I really grew up knowing these two things about investing, that it costs a lot of money to invest, and if you do invest, you're going to lose all your money. So those were the two things that kind of kept me from not investing for a long time, because I'm I don't want to lose all my money, and I don't have millions of dollars to be investing, so it's probably not going to work if I just invest a few $100 here and there. It's not going to work. But you can't think that way. Actually, there's this quote that I read out of this book right here, Simple Wealth, Inevitable Wealth by Nick Murray. It's a really simple, quick, easy read. And this is a quote he says in here. It says, "People greatly overestimate the long-term risk of owning stocks. Secondly, and much more insidious, people seriously underestimate the long-term risk of not owning stocks." And so I just want to say that when you don't invest, you're actually losing money, especially today's market, and your money is actually decreasing in value. So you want to put your money in a place where it's going to grow and increase. Just like you have good hair days and bad hair days, you're also going to have good investment days and bad investment days. There's going to be days where you log into your account and you see that you lost a large amount of money, but just think of it like a huge sale. You know, when you walk into your favorite store and you see they're having a sale, buy one get one free, you rack up, right? You rack up because you're saving money. So when the stock market goes down, just think of it as one big sale, and you just want to rack up, put more money in there instead of pulling your money out, because eventually the market's going to come back and you're going to gain even more money than you already had. So it's not really a lose situation, it's really a win-win situation. So don't believe that lie about you're going to lose all your money in the market. The market's going to come back. You just have to be patient and be able to withstand the market, and you'll be fine in the long run, because you're in this for the long run. You have to think of investing as a lifetime journey, and so you can't just pull out your money every time you get afraid that means something goes down. But that's my little spiel to you about investing and my natural hair. Also, last tip, you know how with your hair you go to the stylist when you need advice. You also need to have somebody you go to for your financial advice. So a financial advisor or an investment advisor, somebody that you can confide in, and somebody that you can go to for advice, because it's important to have that kind of guidance in your life. I don't have all the investing answers, I don't have all the natural hair answers, but I do read a lot of books, and I think that it's important to just keep educating yourself, keep learning and growing, and you guys will be fine. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Feel free to share this video with your friends and your family. Comment below if you have any comments or questions, and also be sure to check out my blog, youngyetwise.com, where I share a bunch of other financial tips if you're interested. Bye!